All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel, and it lets me know you appreciate the time and effort that I put into these videos for everyone in the community here, Invest for Tomorrow, and first-time viewers. Also, stay tuned towards the end of the video because I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss. And as it's going downwards, we're going to go ahead and analyze the whole entire chart, the company overall, the infrastructure, and how institutional ownership keeps on going up as the company's going downwards. They know something we don't, and I'm sure this could 2x in the short term or sometime before the end of the year. So definitely stay tuned for all that information. I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't tell anyone in any way, shape, or form to buy, sell, or hold any positions, but I am here to enlighten you guys. Be ready like hawks to strike for opportunities. That's what I look for. I look for opportunities in the market. That's my favorite thing to do and the most exciting part of the market for me. So here we are with Nndm, Nano Dimension. And before we jump into this, I do want you guys to be aware that we're going to talk about ARK Invest position as well. So Nndm stock has fell to newer lows, right? We've seen newer lows in this downward trend. It just spiked right back up. And I've said that the closer it gets to $6, the more interesting, because I went ahead and talked about 2 days ago or 3 days ago in a video how institutional ownership keeps going up from other institutions other than ARK Invest. We just like to follow ARK Invest. It's one of our favorites when it comes to disruptive stocks, especially one like Nano Dimensions. But in these other institutional investors, some of them are showing their average cost basis, and it's close to $5 to $6. So the closer it gets to those numbers, the closer you're getting to that average cost of what these institutional owners own this for. So, or what they paid for it. So very interesting to me. I'm not saying it's going to reach back to those numbers, but if it does, it's going to be very interesting and enticing, right? So here we are, and we basically moved kind of sideways, and things moved up a little bit higher. Now, could this momentum continue? We'll have to see. We're in tug-of-war zone, but the lowest point reached here in this bearish run is 779. You want to keep that in mind. That is the most important support level right now before worrying about way down here at 650 mark, right? So 779 here, super important. You want to write that down and keep it somewhere close by, or write this on your chart so you can dissect the chart as much as possible. So our support level for today, based off the price movement, is right here at this support, and that's 852. If 852 gets broken through, you want to watch this carefully. How quickly is it moving to newer lows? And are the bulls trying to reappear and bring it back up? Super important to keep that in mind. 852 gets crossed, watch it carefully. Now, we are in tug-of-war zone. The 50-day moving average is 889, and we're sitting at 895. So I want every single investor and viewer to be aware of that as well. Now, our resistance here is 910. That needs to be broken through for this momentum to continue. For the bulls to be able to go ahead and bring this up to newer highs, the bulls need to break through 910, turn that into a support, and reach newer levels of resistance and deeper into bullish territory to pull further away from the 50-day moving average. So my emphasis here is, for this momentum to continue, 910 is pivotal for the bulls. If they cross that, their next point is up here at 942. But before getting there, 910 needs to be crossed. We are in tug-of-war zone, so keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and see here how ARK Invest has reacted from yesterday to today. So in ARKQ, they had a total amount of 6,944,623 shares on the 24th. That was yesterday. And today, in ARKQ on the 25th, they have 6,909,979 shares. When you look at that, they went down a few. They went down about 35,000, almost 40,000 shares. That right there is not too much yet to be concerned. Just some rebalancing. I've talked about it in my previous videos. That's okay. We want to see that type of movement. That kind of shows us some normal behavior. As long as it's not like 100,000 at a time or something like that. You know, just around 30,000, that's just some repositioning. They're trying to buy into other stocks, I guess, right? So now in ARKW, right, next generation internet, in the 24th, they had 5,726,918 shares. And today on the 25th, ARKW, Next Generation Internet ETF, they have 5,678,742 shares. So when you look at yesterday, right, to today, they went ahead and went down a few 40,000, almost 30,000 as well, 30 to 40,000 in that position, right, from the amount that they had. So you want to keep this in mind. They've went down almost 60 to 80,000 total shares in just one day while it's going up. I'm going to go ahead and say repositioning. As long as they don't continue doing it too much or in larger amounts, it's nothing to be alarmed about, but it is very interesting to me unless they believe this can pull back a little bit more and they're going to buy back in at lower levels. Who knows? But as always, guys, comment down below what you think. What's your position in Nndm and how long are you on this one? Are you going for this one for a few months, a year, 5 years, or the next decade? Put those rockets ships down below if you believe in this company and you see this one moving forward with potential. I believe Nndm is going to disrupt many different sectors or just be a leader within its own sector and its own niche. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell to turn on all notifications and not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Stay tuned till the end because I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to add it to your watch list. All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It lets me know that you appreciate my time and efforts that I put into making these videos and all the research as well. So that's the least you can do, and I really appreciate it when you guys smash that like button and share with a friend so that they can receive this insight as well. Now, let's go ahead and jump into it. You can see here on the screen, I have lordstown.com, Lordstown Motors. I definitely recommend checking out their website so you can see everything that they have to offer, how they manufacture these trucks. And I know they're going through some things right now, and we're going to talk about that in just a moment. So they're here telling you their mission and goal. And I love this breakdown here, how they're basically, breaking it down that you can save a total of $19,000 compared to the F-150 Lariat, right? 4-wheel drive, and then the Endurance, Lordstown Motors. I mean, it's very interesting and aggressive here what they're doing and how they're comparing the cost going EV and staying, traditional. But I think this is going to flow into commercialized trucks or work trucks and even personal trucks over time, especially when people realize that these have more power and they last well and they prove themselves. I mean, this truck is pretty interesting. Now, they're having issues with those pre-orders and stuff, but let's focus in on the data, right? We love opportunities when they present themselves. So the first thing is, I've been talking about this one since March 14th, right? You can see that here, March 14th. I went ahead and mentioned this one. It was about almost a week and a half ago. Yeah, we're almost going into a whole entire 2 weeks almost. So a week and a half ago, I mentioned this. There's 2 others here on the list that I mentioned. Obviously, I'm blocking it out because it's only fair. This is for the Patreons. But I do mention the stocks talked on the Patreon at some point here on the YouTube, especially when I see some consolidation or a pullback or confirmation, right? So here we are with RIDE, right? Lordstown Motors ticker symbol. And this one is an EV play that has been pulled down by the Hindenburg Research and opening an investigation as to faking their pre-orders, which that's going to be left in the past, okay? If they can get over this hurdle, or you know what, let's just say it does hurt them. That's just pre-orders. Like, okay, their numbers are not that well right now. Well, those numbers are going to become a reality at some point, even if they're through pre-orders or, at point of sale. But I think that there's room here. There's still room. Now, I said if Lordstown Motors can prove what Hindenburg is on their case for, this pullback will be left in the past and RIDE will ride back up, which is what I truly believe. And if it's not left in the past right now because the case can't, be completely proved or whatever, it's still going to be left in the past at some point. It is an oversold area, right, based off of the chart, certainly in position to have a reversal if it can get Hindenburg off its tail. That's a reversal soon, but if it takes longer, the reversal will come. I believe it. This company has a product and has a mission, has a goal, and the pre-order numbers, I get it. It could be misconstrued or misinterpreted, but you know, everyone goes based off of pre-orders, like every single other EV. I'm not sure why they're attacking Lordstown. Now, I also talked that week about the two key dates of the 16th and 17th, how the Federal Reserve was going to be meeting that week, and it may shock the market, and the market hears the Federal Reserve talk about inflation, which we certainly saw that shock, and then we started, you know, working our way back up or kind of getting through it, and then here we are pulling back. And if you really go back to where we were on the 16th on the S&P 500 index, you could see here how there was that shock after the 17th, right? We saw it on the 16th, we saw it on the 17th, and those were the two biggest days that we had pullback. So not only are you going to know about ticker symbols over at the Patreon, you will be informed on how to be prepared, okay? And be aware of other things that sometimes I don't have time to cover here directly on the YouTube, because everyone wants to know about only the ticker symbol that they're looking for. They want me to get to the point, and they don't care about everything else that I have to say. So if you truly believe in my strategy and you believe in the way I look at things and look at charts, you can join us over at the Patreon. I'm there to equip you guys. That's the whole point of these videos. It's to equip every single investor and viewer. And there we go. We saw that shock and we got hit. Now, I mentioned it over at the Patreon so that my Patreon members were not surprised, okay? So if you want to know more than just ticker symbols, you want to be, you know, aware of what's going on in the stock market to the best of my knowledge. I'm not saying I can catch everything, but to the best of my knowledge, you know, I will always be there to let you guys be aware. So here we are with RIDE, Lordstown Motors Corp, and it hit a low here of 1061. I mean, the closer to 10, the better. It's running back up today. Obviously, the market overall has been pushing up. If we continue in this downward trend that we're seeing here, I mean, I think that stocks could pull back a little bit more. I'm not sure if this is the bottom, the new bottom that we're going to see, or if we have a little bit more room downwards. But I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware that this is in the oversold area for quite some time now. It might have broken out of it a little bit, but it's still down there, right? From these highs of $31, it's still down there. Now, a lot of different institutional investors and analysis ratings are actually being bumped up or finally initiated. Now, the other thing that I find interesting is this right here. And this is what I love. To see while others are fearful or there's a scandal going on, to see if it's really an opportunity or something to run from. If institutional investors are loading up on the way down, then it's an opportunity, because that lets you know that this is something that will be left in the past. Like I said over at the Patreon, this one ride will ride itself back up. I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions, but I am here to enlighten you guys on opportunities. We're ready like hawks, watching to strike for the opportunity. And this is one of those, to strike for the opportunity, because look at this. These are all new positions. When you read it right here, green rows indicate new positions. Tell me, how many new positions do you see? I mean, I see a lot, but how many do you see? Because I see way too many. And they all started in February. All of them here. And then January. But most of them, February. Look at Vanguard right there with 8.2 million. I mean, they were bold. And then we got so many others here loading up. You just go up and they're all loading up. And recently, right now in March, from the 1st till now, we have Vanguard loading up, Fidelity, you know, going ahead and loading up. We got Norges Bank here with 1 million. I mean, come on. If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what else. Because in the month of March is where Lordstown Motors has gotten hit the hardest. I mean, it just started to fall even harder. And in the month of February, from the 11th, it's been falling. So think about this here. Let's go back to the 16th. Look how many new positions happened on the 16th of February, the 17th of February, 18th, right? And then we go back here, the 16th of February was like around this point right here. They were catching it in the first oversold indication, and then it ran up, and then it fell even harder, and then it ran back up, and it fell even harder. And then since then, a lot of investors, of institutional investors, loading up. Now, I'm not saying you're going to see this go from 12 to 31 again in a matter of a month or two or even 3 or maybe even 6 months. You're going to see it over time. That's what you want to position yourself for, and that's how you become an investor that maximizes profits and minimizes losses. You can't be expecting instant gratification. That's not how the stock market works. Whatever we experience in 2020 is not what we're going to experience every moment moving forward. Could we go through another bull run like that? Possibly. But there's always going to be moments of confusion, of pullbacks and stuff that are not going to be completely understood, because 2020, any little pullback got hit with a nice run up again. But any pullback we go through now, it's not just going to run up like we saw in 2020, right? So I definitely want every single investor and viewer to be aware of that. Here in Invest for Tomorrow, I like to focus on maximizing profits, minimizing losses. I'm not a financial advisor, but I am here to enlighten you guys on opportunities, and we invest for tomorrow, no pun intended. And that's the goal. You just want to invest for the future. And when you're investing in the EV sector, you're investing in the future. They haven't even hit numbers. You got to think about it this way. How many EVs do you see parked outside where you live? Or how many EVs are in your family? Or how many EVs are in your friends and relatives or anyone you know? That's where you start thinking and noticing you're investing in something that is just getting started. Think about that. Think about that. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.